Hello and welcome back to another Smoke Signal synopsis. Today we're looking at what stories are in the November 15th, 2021 edition of the Smoke Signals newspaper. On the front page, we report the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde returned to normal operations on November 1st as the number of active COVID-19 cases continues to decrease. You can see more updates about that reopening continued on page 5. Grand Ronde tribal member Silas Hoffer was recently crowned Mr. Montana Two-Spirit at the 25th annual Montana Two-Spirit Gathering at Flathead Lake Methodist Camp. Before colonization, Native American Two-Spirit people were male, female, and sometimes intersex individuals who occupied distinct alternative gender statuses within their tribes. You can read more about Hoffer's story and more on the Mr. Montana Two-Spirit title on page 8. Our last story found on the front page is the unveiling of the Pacino Welcome Center at Clackamas Community College. On Friday, October 29th, several months after the college's Board of Education approved naming its newest building after the Pacino family, a dedication ceremony was held. Dan Old Man Pacino signed the Willamette Valley Treaty as a chief of the Clackamas in 1855. Grand Ronde Tribal Council Chairwoman Cheryl A. Kennedy welcomed attendees to the dedication ceremony as a direct descendant of the Pacinos. Former Tribal Council Chairman Ren Lino is also a direct descendant. That story is continued on page 5. We cover the topic that sparked debate on social media the last few weeks. The Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde distributed $6.2 million in premium pay wages to approximately 600 government employees on Friday, November 5th. You could read that fund allocation and the Tribal Council responses on page 6. The tribe's Veteran Service Office will have a new home in 2022. Tribal Council approved applying for a grant that would help renovate the procurement building across Grand Ronde Road from the Tribal Housing Department office to Ramona Quinnell, the tribe's Veteran Service Officer. You can read more about that and the actions from the Wednesday, November 10th meeting on page 6. Other meetings covered in this edition include the General Council meeting held Sunday, November 7th over Zoom. In that meeting, Finance Officer Chris Lino briefed tribal members on the draft budget for the calendar year 2022. You can read more about that on page 7. On page 10 and 11, we share several photos from the Halloween Spooktacular Drive-Thru Parade, as well as a video on our YouTube channel. Be sure to check those out. And that was your Smoke Signal synopsis. You can read the entire paper now online at smokesignals.org or in the print edition coming soon. I'm Kamaya, the social media digital journalist for Smoke Signals.